Good evening, friends. Today we are going to see second stanza of this poem, Cherry Tree, written by Ruskin Bond. In the first stanza, we have seen that poet had placed cherry seeds in the grass, and then he was forgotten about it. He was not well aware about the growth of the cherry tree. So, after few months, he was realizing that there was a cherry tree in the grass and it was growing well without any help from the poet. So, in this stanza, we are going to see the fully grown cherry tree. Before that, we have to see last two lines of the first stanza. Last two lines of the first stanza are related to the second stanza. The young tree struggled upward thrust. The tree was struggling. The tree was making, or the tree was taking efforts to remain alive. Upward thrust means tree was pushing itself towards the sky. Its arms in a fresh fire flush. It has small leaves, and those leaves are looking like a small arms of the tree. Its arms in a fresh fire flushed. Those arms are looking aggressive, fires. And lust. Lust means strong desire. The tree has strong desire to remain alive. For light and air and sun, the tree has opened its arms. It has small leaves, and those leaves are looking like a arm. So the tree has spread his arms, and the tree, it was looking towards the sky for light, for absorbing the light, fresh air and sun. I could only wait. Poet was just waiting. He was not doing anything. He was not providing anything, or he was not taking care of the tree. As one who watched, he was just watching the growth of the tree. Wondering, he was astonished, he was surprised, while time and the rain made a miracle. While he was wondering, he was astonished, while he was watching the growth of the tree day by day, in between, the time and the rain made a miracle. The time of the tree was changed, and the rain helped the tree from green growing pain. When the tree was small, at that time poet said it was a green growing pain. but that green growing pane transformed into a fully grown up tree with the help of nature. And that's why poet was surprised. In this way, nature was working. In this way, nature was trying to protect everything. I went away next year. Next year, poet went to Kashmir, and there he has spent a full season. Came back thinner, rather poor. When he came back, at that time he was looking thin. He was looking physically weak. He was looking poor, but richer by a cherry tree at my door. When he had seen the cherry tree at his door in front of the house, he was excited, he was happy, because at that time the cherry tree had grown up fully, means 6 feet high, my own dark cherry. When poet came back to his home, at that time the cherry tree, it was a mature tree. It was a fully grown up tree, and that's why poet was happy about the tree. He was not able to believe in his own eyes, and I could scarcely believe it be real. When he watched the tree carefully, at that time he was realizing that there was a one fruit hanging from a one branch, hanging down from a one branch. But at this time also he was not able to believe in his eyes. But when he watched carefully, then he was realizing that it was real, and I could scarcely believe it a berry ripened and jeweled in the sun. To become ripened means to become mature. Berry means a small juicy fruit. That fruit of the cherry tree became mature and jeweled. Jeweled means it was shined in the sun. It was looking like a gemstone, a precious stone, hung from a branch, just one, hung. It is the past participle of hang. So, a fruit hanging from a branch of the cherry tree, one branch of the cherry tree. And next year there were blossoms small. On the next year he had seen some flowers grown to the cherry tree. Small flowers, pink, गुलाबी रंगाची फुलं, fragile, means easily broken or destroyed, means very delicate flowers of pink color, quick to form at the merest breath. नियरेस्ट मीन्स जस्ट और ओनली. फक्त श्वासामुळे सुद्धा आपण श्वास घेतो. when we are breathing in and out, with that air also the flowers of the cherry tree can fall. So quick to fall. आपल्या श्वासाच्या फोर्सने सुद्धा ती फुलं पडतील एवढी ती नाजूक असते. The sleepiest breeze. Sleepiest means here tired, not here. Sleepiest means actually tired, but here not tired, here dull. Breeze. Breeze means light wind. हळवा वाऱ्याची झुळूक आली त्यामुळे सुद्धा ती फुलं पडतील एवढी ती नाजूक असतात. स्लीपिएस्ट ब्रीज. स्लो विंड. डल म्हणण्यापेक्षा आपण स्लो म्हणूया. स्लो विंड. आय ले ऑन द ग्रास ॲट इज. नाव we are going to see the third stanza, last stanza. Poet was lying on the grass in front of the house, and at that time he was away from his problems, from his difficulties. Means he was tension free. He was without having any tension in his mind, looking up through leaves at the blue blind sky. Poet was lying on the grass. He was just lying. He was not in a sleep, and he was watching the sky. He was looking towards the sky, blue blind sky, at the finches. It's a type of bird, seed-eating bird. These birds are moving from one tree to another tree and flitted through the dappled green. Flitted means, finches means seed-eating bird, and flitted means to move quickly from one location to another, from one tree to another tree. In this way, these finches were moving here and there through the dappled green. Dappled means having dark or light patches, and through those patches these birds were moving here and there, while bees in an ecstasy drank. Bees were also happy because they were drinking honey, nectar from each blossom, from each bloom. तिथं काही माशा असतात, त्या माशा सुद्धा खूप खुश असतात. एक्स्टसी. Bees were drinking honey in an ecstasy. Ecstasy means happiness. आनंदाने त्या माशा प्रत्येक फुलावर बसत असतात आणि त्या फुलातला मध शोषत असतात. मधमाशा किंवा माशा. Of nectar from each bloom. Nectar म्हणजे मध. And the sun sank swiftly. And the sun was sinking down. The sun was sinking down, and the stars turned in the sky. The day was completed. The day was over, and stars were visible in the sky. And moon moths and singing crickets. These are the insects. Kide. मून मॉथ्स म्हणजे चंद्राच्या प्रकाशात असणारे किडे, चंद्राच्या प्रकाशात दिसतात. सिंगिंग क्रिकेट्स म्हणजे रात किडे. अँड आय. नाव अराउंड द poet was still, poet was lying on the grass. Around him, moon moths and singing crickets were flying. They were making noise. Yes, I praised night. Poet admired night and stars and tree. Poet also admired stars and the tree. That small, the cherry grown by me. Poet said, poet had placed those cherry seeds in the grass, and after 8 years the tree had grown up. The tree had become mature after 8 years, and that's why poet was so much happy, because he wanted to have his own tree. It was his wish. It was his desire. And the cherry tree took 8 years to grow. So after 8 years, poet was in the mood of celebration, and that's why in the last stanza, poet admired night, poet admired stars, poet admired nature. It was happened because of nature. Nature had protected the tree. So poet has admired all the things, and that's why in the end poet was happy about himself. Poet was happy about the tree. So thank you for watching.